Hello, 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 everybody. Hi. So my name is Eve. This is Eve's Creations Paint Party, and it's Friday night. Yes! Clover Bouquet tonight. What? So, get yourselves together. Say hello, hello, hello if you're painting with me. Say hello if someone's painting with you, with we. And we gotta give props to you know who. Hey, Butters. Butters, what are you doing, buddy? Say hi to your fans. Look, I got a treat for you. Say hi to your fans, buddy. You're such a good boy. Here you go. Here you go. All right, let me show you my handy-dandy table so you know what you're working with. We have Big Boy. He is a 1-inch flat. I call him Big Boy. All right, we have Mini-Me. He is a small, nope, this is Tiny, sorry. We have Tiny. He is a small detailed brush. Mr. Tiny going on over here. And we have, this is Mini-Me. Mini-Me is a small shader. He looks just like Big Boy, except he's small. And of course, Mr. Nifties are in the house. Colors are the same for every single party. You like how my red exploded? It went bleh. Yellow, red, blue, black, white, always the same. And of course the Java, because we can't live without my coffee. Hello, Tina M. So let me put you guys in your handy dandy holder. Like I said, say hello if you're painting with us. Welcome to the fam if you're new. And let's get this party started. Now remember, this is your party. So if you need anything from me, if you have any questions or anything to ask, 6,000% ask them, because this is your situation. This is your deal. Hello, Sheila. How you doing, lovey? All right, so Clover Bouquets tonight. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's right. Marsha's here. Hi, Marsha. How you doing, sweetheart? Tina B is here. Now we can get started because Tina B is in the house. All right, so I'm working on a 16 by 20 canvas. It is 16 this way, 20 straight up and down. If you're working on anything smaller, as long as you're in the same area of your canvas I am in, you will be fine. Chris is back. Hello, Chris. Novia, I hope I'm saying that right. Novia is new to the fam. Everybody give a warm welcome to Novia. Yes. Hello, lovey. How you doing, sweetheart? All right. Happy Friday. Diane is in the house. That's what I'm talking about. Hello, everybody. So, I cannot show you both at once. Both paintings, what I'm working on and what we're doing at once. So, if you need a reference shot, take a screenshot now, guys. Panda's here. Hello, Panda. How you doing, lovey? Panda's new in the house. Everybody give a warm welcome to Panda. All right. So, take a screenshot, pour your paint. We're going to get started ASAP. All right, we got to paint a background on. So, those of you can start your background if you want to start your background. Go for it. Go for it. I got new brushes tonight, everybody. I'm working with brand spanking new brushes. There is nothing like a brand spanking new brush. New. Never been used. Took the little plastic pieces off. Did all that stuff. It is always free to watch. Tips are appreciated. PayPal, Cash App, link, stars is enabled. Hit those buttons, girls. Renee is here. Hello, Renee. How you doing, lovey? Welcome to the fam. Renee's hanging out with us. And so hit those buttons, guys. The link for PayPal is posted. Punky! Woo-woo! Yes, new brushes. I am really excited about that. There's nothing like a new brush. Gets us all excited inside. Also, all my videos are kid-friendly, so if you guys could watch your comments, I'm going to watch this thing, and we'll get her done. All right, guys, so let's start this bad boy, right? We got lots of stuff to do tonight. We got all sorts of things going on tonight. We got flowers. We got glass vases. We got bows, clovers, whole bunch of... Oh, I forgot a brush. We're using a fluffy. My bad. All right. So add a fluffy. If you don't have a fluffy, this is fluffy. If you don't have a fluffy, you can use Q-tips. You can use a makeup brush. You can even dab with your finger if you want to. So if you don't have a fluffy, because you didn't get one of my brush sets, hint, hint. We need a fluffy for the smushing. All right, I forgot about him. I forgot Fluffy. I forgot. All right, so. Oh, it's the almighty blank canvas. It's so scary. It's so scary, but we're going to hit it with our almighty brushes. Yes, and I am going to fix this. So we don't get a shadow. Alright, I'm going to fix this so there's no shadow. We don't want no shadows here. No shadows. No. Yeah. Okay, here we go. I will get it. I'll get it. No worries, guys. No worries. I will figure it out. At least I'm going to try to. All right. So, guys, I go live from my page. I already have people trying to message me that they can't find me. I can't comment once I'm live. Okay, guys? So, if anybody wants to, like, go on the event page and say, hey, here's the party, or something, you can totally do that. I did post the links. I post the links. I post the supplies. I post the tip links, you know. So, you know, it's all there. It's all there. It is all there. It is. I swear. I swear it's all there. But sometimes people have, I get it, trouble hitting the buttons. I understand completely. These things happen. All right. So, my background is gray. Okay, and my background is gray. Hello, 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 Sue. How you doing, lovey? Oh, I also want to say thank you to everybody that participated. So let's start painting and talk. I can paint and talk. We can do that. All right, so I'm going to grab white, brand new big boy. Hello, 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 Cynthia. How you doing, sweetie? I'm going to grab white. I'm going to grab black. And I'm going to grab a smidge of red. Because just a smidge, not so it'll show up. It'll kind of just make the gray look a little cool, and also red. And this background's all diagonal, so we're doing the whole canvas, guys, the whole canvas. All right, so start getting it on there. Black, white, smidge of red. The reason I added the smidge of red is because that is opposite green on the color wheel. So it's going to make your clover colors pop a little bit. Now, do you have to use the colors I'm using? Absolutely not. Right? This is your creation. This is your flowers. This is whatever you want it to be. So you don't have to use the colors I'm using. It is not required. We like when people go rogue. Go rogue, go rogue, go rogue. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We like it. We like it a lot. We like it a lot. So, black, white, smidge of red. Black, white, smidge of red, guys. That's it. That's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing. That's what's going on. And I'm going in diagonal motion. We're going diagonal, baby. We are going diagonal. So we got a lot to do tonight. I'm going to try to get it all in there. You know, I might be moving a little fast. If you need me to repeat something, just let me know. Just let me know. I'll repeat it. I don't mind. I'll repeat myself. I repeat myself anyway. I say things like 3-4 times in a row. I don't know why I do that, but I do. So if you need me to repeat something, I do not have a problem doing that. Not in the least. Alright, guys. Isn't this pretty? Isn't it pretty with a little bit of red mixed in? I think it's pretty. If you want it really soft, just keep going over it. If you like the separation of color, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Right, guys? Right. You guys know. You know. The fan knows what the deal is. You guys already know what the deal is. Every time you see me moving away, I'm refilling my brush. That is what I'm doing. So, if you're just hopping on, we didn't do anything yet. We didn't do anything exciting, just a background. So, you guys can totally do your background. Right, guys? So, if you're changing up colors, cool beans. If you're following exactly what I'm doing, cool beans. If you're painting along, awesome. If you're just being a watcher tonight, awesome. If you're being a little creeper and hanging out on the sidelines and not saying hello, awesome. We take all sorts here, right? We take all sorts here. No worries. If you're doing your background color, and if you want to make it like green or pink, just be careful. Because if your background color, if your flowers are going to be a certain color, and your background color is the same color, you want to be careful because you know, you're going to have to change it up. Because otherwise, you're not going to be able to see your flowers because they're going to match your background. So if you're trying to think of what you could do for your background color, I just flung paint that way. I don't know where it went. You think you need some rock and roll background music, Carol? I hear you on that one. See, the problem with the music is the music. The problem with the music is that if I play something, they will shut me down in a heartbeat. They will shut me down because it's happened. It's happened a few times with me being live. So I have to play non-copyright music. And this is a playlist I put together. And it's all non-copyright music. So, you need a little rock and roll in your life. I completely understand. You got it, Carol. You got it, Lovey. So, you know what? Blast it. Blast it in your house. Yes. Yes. And I will be partying with you in spirit. I will be rocking along the rock and roll in spirit. Yes. Yes, I will. I made a mess of my palette already. And I just did the background. My palette has paint all over it already. I'm going to show you guys. Alright, guys. So, get your backgrounds on there. And we got to let them dry for a minute. So, there we go. Mine was red, black, and white. Look at my palette. It's already a mess. And I'm going to put Big Boy in the water. Working with brand new brushes. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. Yes. So, say hello, hello, hello if you're painting with us tonight. Let me know if anyone's painting with you. I love to do roll call. I'm going to take a minute if you guys can catch up mustard. And also to make sure I have everybody. So, if you're on here, say hello now. Hi, Carolyn. Oh, you're a complete beginner? We love it. We love it, sweetheart. We love it. Can I call you Carolyn? Because we already have a Carol. Or do you want I could call you Carol. We can have two Carols. We can have Carol squared. We'll have Carol squared. It's all good. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the fam. Amy's here. Hello, 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 Amy. Welcome to the fam. Okay, we got Carol. We got Amy. We got Novia. And we got Panda. All hailing in. Sheila from Michigan. Hello, 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 Sheila. How you doing, sweetheart? We got two Sheilas. Deborah. Wait, nope, said that wrong. Deborah. Hi. Ines is saying hi. Okay, hold, slow down. I gotta write yous all down. Oh, be careful what I asked for, right? Sue. Doreen. Hello, everybody. Hi. Oh, we got so much new fan members. I'm so excited. So, Enos, I hope I said that right. We got Deborah. We got Sue. We got Doreen. Hello. Welcome to the fam, everybody. Call you Debbie. Perfect. I love it. I like it a lot. Debbie, you got it, girlfriend. Now if I can just understand what I wrote. I scribbled that in there. Yep, we have, yep. So say hello to all our new fam, guys. So exciting. Hi, it's me. I'm Eve. Hello, everybody. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our jar in. We're going to put in our jar. Alright, so we got to turn around. And when you're doing glass, less is more. I'm going to lower the music a little bit because I feel like I'm yelling. I feel like I'm shouting. Like I'm screaming at you guys, and I don't need to scream at you guys. Hi, Jean. Hi, Donna. Carolyn's cool with Carolyn. Perfect, sweetheart. Jean's hanging out with us. We got Donna here. Donna's here. Oh, hi, Thora. How you doing, sweetheart? Ines is hanging out with Thora. Hello, beautiful. That's a beautiful name. So amazing. We got Donna. We got Jean. We got so many newbies. Guys, I'm not even going to start y'all. Welcome. Welcome. All right, so we're going to take out Big Boy. We're going to take out Big Boy. All right, and we're going to do our jar. So, Mora's hanging out with us. Hello, Mora. How you doing, lovey? Okay, so when you're doing glass, less is more. Less is more. And our jar is green. So I'm going to grab my yellow. And what's cool is yellow and blue are basically see-through. So I'm grabbing yellow and blue. No white with them this time, guys. No white. No white. No white, all right? Just the yellow, just the blue and the yellow, all right? And your jar is going to be in this corner over here. So, you want to go a couple of fingers in. Be nice if you can see that part of my canvas. You want to go a couple of fingers in from the side. All right? Couple fingers in from the side. And you're going about halfway. Find halfway. So if you find your center. And you go in this corner. Okay? And we're just, I'm just putting my hand back here. And I'm going to put this straight onto my canvas. And I'm going to go swoop. And do a line. Now, you want to leave a little bit of the bottom not done because you're going to curve that. Okay? And then I'm going to find my center over here. I'm going to move over a little bit. And I'm going to do a line. Whoop. Straight down, just like that. And now I'm going to come up behind you to see if my lines are straight. Almost. They're almost straight. It's really hard for me to get a straight line when I am behind you guys, when I am working from the side. So, there we go. Notice I'm not worrying about how thick my line is. I'm not stressing any of that because our jar is see-through. Okay. So, once you have those lines in, you're going to curve this way. And you're going to curve that way. What brush are you using for the lines? I'm using Big Boy. I'm using Big Boy. That's what I'm using. Whatever you're more comfortable with. So, I am just going to turn around and soften both these sides. Now, less is more. So, do not add any more paint to your brush. Do not add anything. You're just going to soften this all out. That is all you're going to do. You're just going to soften it. And we're going to add to this as we do our painting. So right now, you just want a see-through, obviously, because it's glass. And I'm using a microscopic amount of paint. I didn't add any more paint to my brush. I am just softening it. Tina B, your dog went to the back door. You have to make sound effects, Cynthia. You have to. It doesn't work if you don't make sound effects. It just doesn't work. It's not going to happen. Okay, so once I have that, I am going to switch to Mini-Me. All right, Mini-Me looks just like Big Boy, except he's tiny. He's a shader brush. So, if you don't have a Mini-Me, I recommend getting yourself a Mini-Me. Get yourself a shader brush. If you want brand new spanking brushes like I'm using tonight, you can always order one of my brush sets because it has all the brushes I use in the set. All right, so I'm going to go back to that blue and yellow. All right, we're not adding white to it this time, guys. Don't add white to it. You want it see-through. And I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to come behind you guys again. So let me give you a close-up. What's going on? Close-up. Close-up. All right. And I'm going to turn around, and we're going to curve this end in. And we're going to curve this end in. Okay, and I'm just going to do a little dab, dab, dab. Following the curve. Okay, blue and yellow. That's all I'm doing. And we're going to put our top in. Oh, my jar is crooked. That's okay. It's all right if it's crooked. And I didn't do these. There we go. Boop. There we are. Painting from the side, I tend to, as long as yours is straight, that's all that matters. Alright, so now we're just going to put the top of the jar in. So we're just going to swoop across. Swoop! Just like that. You're just going to do a swoop across. Okay, so we're going to swoop across that way. And we're going to make it a little, put a little lip on there. Bam. Bam. Swoop this across, following the same swoop. Swoop. Swoop that across. Okay. Alright. And I'm just zigzagging my brush a little bit to soften these lines. If you notice, I'm just zigzag zooming, guys. I'm just moving my brush back and forth to soften that all out. That's all I'm doing. Okay, you want everything to be soft, soft, soft. Little bit of paint, soft, soft, soft. Glass, less is more. Always remember that. When you do glass, less is more. Okay, so now I'm going to curve this that way. Alright, so you're going to put the back of the jar in. Alright, just like that. And I'm going to soften this out. And bam, just like that, guys, you have a jar. And we're going to add to this as we paint. So don't stress it. We're going to be adding to this. So once you have this on, leave it alone. Alright, because like I said, I just had to grab more. As I'm telling you guys to leave it alone as I'm playing with it. Hello. I had to grab more paint because that line wasn't in there very good. Alright, so you guys can totally do that. I have the utmost faith in you. And while you're doing that, I'll do roll call because I don't want to miss anybody. I got Tina M, I got Sheila, Marsha, Tina B, Chris, Novia, Diane, Panda, Renee, Punky, Sue, Cynthia, Carol, Carolyn, hello sweetheart, Amy, hello, Sheila, hello, Innocent, Thora, so excited, Debbie is here, Sue is hanging out with us, Doreen, Jean, Donna, and Maura. Welcome everybody to the fam. You're going to like it here. We're nice here. Right, guys? We're nice. We all support each other. We all love each other. And that's just the way it goes. Okay, so that being said, it's some mush time. Let's do some smushing. Oh, yeah. This is my favorite. Let's do some smushing. So, I'm going to swirl, tap, dab, Fluffy. And when I use Fluffy, I'm going to smush them on my paper towel to get them really fluffy. Okay, if you don't have a fluffy brush, You can use a makeup brush. You can use Q-tips. You can even dab with your finger if you want to. And I'm going to grab some clean white paint. I'm going to grab some clean white paint. And we're doing the baby's breath. Alright, we're doing the baby's breath. So you can make your bouquet as big as you want. Right? So all of that smushing. See the white? That's what we're doing. Okay, guys? So we are going to just smush. Smushing's fun. So tap it on, keep it moving. And put spacing in between your smushes. And very little paint. Okay? We don't want this thick. We do not want this globby. We have to paint on top of it. And if you make it thick and globby, you are not going to be able to paint on top of it. So on top of my jar, I left about a hand's worth of distance. Okay, and I'm going to come around this way. And we're just going to smoosh this way. So as I'm smooshing, I'm kind of placing where my flowers are going to go, right? So as you're smooshing, you can be like, oh, I'm going to put a clover here. I'm going to put one of the flowers over here. You know, you want to start thinking that in your brain. See when you go in a spot too many times, you're going to get a big piece like that. So, which isn't wrong. I'm just giving you a heads up that that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Leave it alone if that happens. You can cover it later. We can deal with those. Don't stress it. Just leave it alone. Because if you try to play with it and spread it out. Cheryl, you're late. Cheryl, we really didn't do much. You have time to catch up mustard if you want. You just got to do a background real quick. And 2 parallel lines and some swoops. Do a jar. Very little paint. We're going to work on the jar as we paint. So you just kind of have to get a jar on there. That's all you have to do. If you want to catch up mustard. It's up to you. The replays are always available. Alright, so I'm going to come back in here, smush a few more. Smushing's fun, right? Smushing is fun. And I'm going to leave it alone. Yeah, I'll let you know what's up. It's sip time. Hello, Lynn. How you doing, lovey? So we have another Cheryl hanging out with us, and Lynn is hanging out with us. I'm going to need an oxygen tank for roll call. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Okay, so since we smushed white, you're going to grab, hi, Bonnie. How you doing, lovey? I'm going to swirl tap Dad Mini-Me. Hello, sweetheart. I'm going to swirl tap Dad Mini-Me. And in my jar, I'm going to leave my brush a little bit wet. I just dipped it in water. I'm going to dip it in water. I dipped it in water, and then on my paper towel, I'm just going to take the drips off the top of it. So I'm a little bit wet. Right? And then I'm going to grab a microscopic amount of white paint. Microscopic. And in my jar, you want it, when you're up here, you want to do an arcing motion. So in my jar, since this is going around, I'm going to arc in. See the arch? See the little curve? That's what you want to do. I'm going to put in some white. And then I'm going to wipe my brush off. And I'm going to soften this all out. So, whatever white pieces you want to add, that's up to you. So, very soft and zigzag zoom in. You want to soften it all out. Okay, so you can add as many little white spots as you want. Same thing, extra wet brush. Let's say one is in the back of the jar, right? So I'm just going to do a line Soften that all out. See, very little paint, microscopic amounts of paint. And my jar has liquid in it. So we're going to be putting liquid in this. So, but you can add white to whatever part of the jar you want. And wipe off your brush. If it's not moving around, add a little water to your brush. Because you want this soft, soft, soft. Like I said, with glass, less is more. Okay? And your finger works good too. You can use your finger too. Yes, Cheryl, everybody has trouble with glass. I have a how-to glass out there. We have a video, which I shared. Things to remember with glass. Less is more. So stop adding stuff. Stop putting stuff on there. Leave it alone. You want your paint to be see-through. If it's not see-through, add a little water to it. Okay? And the other thing with glass is you want to follow. So there's curves here, and then this curves. So you want to follow your curves and your straights. Okay? And you want everything to be soft and blended. That's glass. There you go. I just let you know what was up. Okay, so we're going to put the stems in for the baby's breath. So I'm going to use Big Boy. If you're on a table, you might want to use your tiny brush, because we're going to be making straight lines. So I'm swirl tap dabbing Big Boy. I'm making sure he's nice and thin and straight. Yeah, you guys got this. So I'm going to make sure he's nice and thin and straight. I'm going to grab some black, and I'm pulling it along my palette, making sure I got a nice thin straight line. And I'm going to hold my brush back here. I'm going to put it straight up to the canvas, and I'm going to go from my jar towards my baby's breath. And then I'm going to jump a little bit, add another one here, right? And then I could attach to it, pull a line out this way. Okay, so you just jump around. You don't have to connect them all. If you can't do the straight line, and I went, notice where I started. I started it at this part, overlap the back part. Okay, if you can't do your lines, if you're on a table, it might be easier to use your detail brush. If you're using your detail brush, move your hand, not the brush. I'll show you real quick. So if you're on a table, it might be easier for you to use a detail brush. You want to make sure your paint is nice and loose and thin. Add some water if you need to. And if you're doing a straight line with your detail brush, you want to move your hand, not the brush. Okay? You want to move your hand, not the brush. Alright? So you can do it with a detail brush. It's 6,000% up to you. And you're going to put these here, there, not everywhere. Here, there, not everywhere. And then the angle it hits your jar, you want to turn around and very lightly bring it into your jar. Alright, guys? You guys got this. That was a lot of instructions in one thing. So, I'm using Big Boy. I'm holding back there, making sure my paint is nice and thin. I'm starting on the top of this lip. I am pulling into my baby's breath. I am skipping spaces and doing lines angled in different directions. Okay? The angle that my stem is hitting my jar, I'm going to follow that through, and I'm going to bring that into my jar. Alright, guys? If you're using a detail brush, you want to turn around and move your, you want to make sure, see, now I got a thick one. It's okay. I'm not stressing it. You know why? Because I could put a flower right on top of that. So if you get a thick one, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It don't matter. Because we could cover it up. 6,000%. Now I got to put some pieces over here. So I'm going to skip over, pretend that it's coming off of this stem. Oh, see, another thick one. Not going to stress it. We're not going to stress those things. Light, light, light touch. And you know why that happened? I didn't wipe my brush off. See how I have a thick amount of paint on my brush? That's why I got a thick line. Because I forgot to wipe it off on my palette. See? So, the only reason I could tell you guys stuff is because I screwed it up. So, and you can add as many baby's breath stems as you want to your flowers. Doesn't matter to me. But I would only do 3 of them going into the jar because we got a lot going into this jar. So you don't want it to get that full. You guys got this. Oh, yeah. You know what you're doing. You guys have this 6,000%. And if you mess one up, don't worry about it. We cover it with a flower. We're good to go. It is all good. 6,000%. So, I hope everybody had a great week. While you guys are ketchup mustering on that a minute, I'm going to show you what's coming up. Okay? So, next Friday. Anybody, this MD Habib dude, he's spam. He's spam. Don't pay attention to him. I just banned him from the stream. It's going to happen. It happens sometimes, so don't pay attention. I'm taking him out. I took him out. He's out of here. He's out of here. We're out of here. Get out. You don't belong here. Not allowed. No. Don't ask me what my hair's doing. I have no idea. Hi, everybody. Alright, so what's coming up? We have Irish Blessings next Friday. Nice soft rainbow background. Celtic designs. Good stuff. Tossed him out. He's out of here. Okay. Tuesday, before St. Patrick's Day. I sent him to the block party. You got that right, Punky. Tuesday is before St. Patrick's Day. We got Nosy Gnome. Okay? Nosy Gnome's hanging out with us. Friday, after St. Patty's Day. Friday, after St. Patty's Day, we have our tulips and windmill. Okay? The following Friday is Goodnight Winter. Goodnight Winter is the following Friday. We're saying bye to all of our winter friends. Okay? And then after that, I don't know what dates I'm at already, so after that, we got our Tub Time Friends. I love this painting. I think they're so cute. I can't with the cuteness. I'm going to show you Bubbles. And you guys haven't seen this one yet. The Friday after that. Thank you so much, Sue. There's another one. See? We got these creepers coming in here. You know, I wish they just set their computers up and they do all this stupid, dumb, well, kid-friendly, Eve, kid-friendly. You guys didn't see this one yet. Midnight Mermaid Party. Midnight Mermaid Party is after our Goodnight Winter. Okay, so you like that one? You like that one, guys? I figured you would. You are a mermaid. Yeah, I know. We all are. All right, so I'm going to grab Mini Me. Oh, Renee is here. I can say hi to Renee. You guys like that one? Thank you so much. So Panda Renee is on. I'll say hi to Renee. We can say hi to Renee. It's all good. So cool, right? Alright. If you guys see any spam, I'm sorry. Because I can't keep watching this for spam, and we just got like 3 in a row. I'll try to stay on top of it. I am not posting anything. So if you see anything, don't pay any attention to it, all right? Don't share your info. Don't do any of that kind of stuff, okay, guys? You like the bath time buddies? Yep. All right, I'm going to grab blue paint with Mini-Me. And we're going to close up on the jar here. So we're putting liquid in our jar. So you want to follow the same curves of the jar. So you're going to pick a spot in your jar. Remember, you got a bow going on here. And you want to curve it. Following the same curve of the jar. Thank you so much, Carol. I appreciate that. Yeah, guys, if you see them, I'm sorry. I can't really... I'll try to keep them off as much as I can, but if I miss one, I apologize. So once you have that curve in there, you're going to turn around and do the curve on the back. Like that. Yes, Cheryl, I have my brush sets. They have... It has every brush I use for every single party I've ever done and any party we're going to do. Now I just grabbed some more blue paint, a little bit, and I am just going to zigzag zoom and fill this top oval in. Grabbing some more paint. So less is more. If you got to grab more paint, that's okay. It's all good. It is all good. You private message me for the brush sets, guys. So, because I'll need your address to ship them, and I don't want you to share them. I don't want you to share your address on a public domain, so send me a private message. And it has every brush that I've been working with. So these brand new brushes you see me working with tonight, that's what you'll get. You get Big Boy, Tiny, Mini-Me, 3 Fluffies, and 2 Nifties. So now I'm grabbing Big Boy, and I'm going to grab that blue paint, microscopic amount of blue paint, and very, very, very lightly. How am I going to do this? Very lightly. I am going to put, I told you, a microscopic amount of blue paint. Very lightly, I am going to pull this through under the jar. So the water on my brush is actually making this work for me. And that's it. That's all you need to do. And I'm going to zigzag zoom this top a little bit with the bigger brush. $25 plus shipping and handling. They're awesome brushes. I've used Big Boy. I've been in paint party business for 6 years. He's still kicking after 6 years of paint party business. So they're good brushes. A lot of the fam on here already got sets. So if you want to ask them about it, go right ahead. So I gotta take that off. Now, when we put the stems in, I want to explain something to you so you know, okay? So, when you put the stems in, you're going to stop your stem in the middle of the water. And then you're going to go below this line to finish it going into your water, okay? So, anything you're bringing into the jar, when you hit your water, you're stopping in here, and then you continue under that line. Okay? Just wanted to let you know that in case I forgot to tell you that. Okay, we're back to flowers because this should be nice and dry too. Thank you so much. Yes, you get well, I already told you what you get. All right, it's flower time, people. Let's do this. Let's do this. We got lots of flowers to do. So I'm going to show you how to do the flowers, and then we could all just have fun painting. Thank you so much, Sue. I'm grabbing Mini-Me. So we're going to map in our flower. So when I say mapping, we're doing everything in white paint. So grab your white paint. I'm grabbing my Mini-Me brush. And the peach flowers are 4-petal flowers. They're 4-petal flowers. And they're kind of a diamond shape. So they're 4-petal flowers and they're kind of a diamond shape. I can't comment on the feed, Bonnie. I'm sorry. You're on my page already, Bonnie, because you're watching this. So you're already on my page. Just send me a message. On the top of my page, you'll see send message, and you just hit that. What size board am I? I'm working on a 16 by 20 canvas. So we're going to do our flower. So make sure this is dry. And if you have a thick stem, cover it. Mini-Me is what I'm using now. I have to wash the paint off of him. He is a small shader brush. He looks just like Big Boy, except he's smaller. So he looks just like the flat brushes because he's got a nice flat edge to him. And you use this as a crayon to fill in your things. You'll see, we're going to use them tonight. So that's Mini-Me. Okay, white paint. And we're going to come up here. And I'm going to make a circle, parentheses, parentheses. I'm going to fill in my circle. So you guys can put your flowers wherever you want. We got 3 different kinds. Keep that in mind. Oh, you're so welcome, everybody. You're welcome with the questions. If I miss answering your question, just ask it again. Sometimes, because I'm looking here and I'm looking there. So sometimes I miss stuff, okay? So if I miss you, just ask me again. It's all good. Okay. So you're going to do circle. And then you want to think of hands of a clock. So I am going to put a line going straight up and down like 12 o'clock. Then we're going to do a 3 o'clock. And we're going to do 6. Good thing I know my time. And we're going to do a 9. Because this is a 4-petal flower. Okay? Then, once you have those lines, you're going to make a diamond shape out of them. And you're going to fill it in. Okay, so I'm going to do a diamond shape, and then I'm going to fill it in with white paint. So that is the peach flower petals. You can do your hands. You don't have to make like a perfect plus sign. On the next flower I show you, we're going to switch how we put these lines out. So you're going to just go use that line, and then you're going to put triangle on this side, a triangle on that side, and then you're going to fill it in. Okay? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So a lot of my fans been asking me to do flowers for a while, so I figured I'd throw you guys some flowers. If there's any paint parties or anything you guys would like to see, any suggestions, 6,000%, let me know. The windmill and tulips, that was somebody's idea, okay? So, can totally do that. And the Mini-Me, he's good for coloring because he's not going to kill your detail brushes. So, that is flower number 1. So I'm going to show you how to do all of these, and then if you guys want to go rogue, putting your flowers in, 6,000% put them in. I'm going to put the rest of mine in with Big Boy, just so I get it done. quickly, now that I showed you how to do it. The other flower is the little blue guy. So you guys can go rogue mapping your flowers in any way you want to. You're just going to use white paint and put your shapes in. That's all we're doing. So this little blue guy, where's my finger? Here it is. This little blue guy is the other flower. Okay? So let me show you how to map that in. So when I say map, you're putting your shape in with white paint. That's what I mean, okay? So when I say map, Bonnie, you found me. I just saw your message pop up. Good job, Bonnie. Good job. So that flower is a 6-petal flower, and he's small. So I'm going to put a dot for my center, and then again, like hands of a clock, okay? So let's do 12. I don't know what time that is, whatever. 1, I don't know, 5, 6, 8, 10. Something like that. And now you want to do rounded edges. So you do a little curve on that side and a little curve on that side. That's all you're doing. You're just doing these rounded edges. So you can add these flowers in wherever you want on your bouquet. And you can turn around and just be careful. The more you play with it, the bigger it's going to get. So just make sure all of your petals are kind of, you know, if you wind up with a George petal, we call that, if we make something really, really, really big in this family, we call it George, because we're going to love them and squeeze them and hold them and kiss them. So if you wind up with a George petal, just make the rest of the petals bigger. That's all. That's all you need to do. 6,000%. Okay? And just remember, hands of a clock. And now the last one is the clover. Okay, so the clover is literally 3 circles attached. So you're going to paint a circle, and you're going to get to fix this as you're coloring it in, so don't stress it. Another circle, and another circle. That's it. That's the clovers. Okay, if you want to make all of your clovers the lucky clovers, the 4-petal clovers. I only have 1 in my painting. It's on the jar. But if you want to make them all lucky, you just add the 4th circle. And you're just going to color it in. Alright, so I am going to turn around and do all this with my bigger brush. Same thing, doing the same thing. Okay, so if you can do all this with your bigger brush, awesome. If you got to use the smaller brushes to map in all of your flowers, that is fine too. No worries here. We're all at different levels. So, however you get it to work for you, 6,000%, that's what you want to do. So, you guys map in your flowers wherever they're going to go. So I have 3 peach ones. I'm swirl, tap, dab, and big boy. I'm going to now space everything out. So, and you don't have to go, like, see how I put this one all the way on the edge? Even though the baby's breath is in here. So you don't have to have everything like attachy. You can go along your edges, and that's fine. Okay, so, a center, hands of a clock. So I'm going to do this one. I'm going to make one hand this way. I'm going to make one hand that way, this way, and then that way. So you don't have to follow, 12, 3, 6, 9, whatever. You can do your petals at any angles that you want to do. So, I'm doing the same thing I just showed you, except quickly, because I'm using a big boy. And I want to show you how to shade these with different scenarios. So that's why I'm putting the extra flowers on here. So you guys can 6,000% map in all your flowers, where you want them to go, all that good stuff. Go rogue. You don't have to do what I'm doing. All right. Then there was another big flower right near my jar. So my center, my hands of a clock, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then my diamonds. Boop, 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 boop. And boop that way, boop this way. And I'm not stressing this because I can turn around, and when I color these in later, I can fix them. So don't stress your shapes. If you, if you screw something up, it's all good. If you get a George flower, that's fine. We like George. George is cool. We're okay with George. Okay? So don't stress the Georges. So I have a 4-leaf clover on my jar. So this is the push and turn circle. So if you want to learn and practice these circles, how I just did with my big brush, you want to turn around and take your fingers like this. Right, guys, fam, you know what I say when I do this action. And you want to take your fingers to go like this. You put your brush in there, and you can spin your brush. Okay, so that is something that if you're learning how to paint, you want to practice, because that is going to open up a whole new world for you. Okay, so 6,000%, I call that the show me the money trick. That's what I call that. Because I don't know if any of you are old enough, and that's what we used to do for the money sign. So if you learn that trick, you'll be able to do all these fun little spins and turns. So I got a clover here. I'm going to put another one here. So, and see how I'm spreading them out? I'm spreading them out. I'm putting them, so you don't want to cluster one thing. Like I want to put one here, and then I'm going to turn around and put one over on the other side. So you want to spread all these out, guys. Spread them out, put them on your edges, have ones going off the canvas. Okay, so you can have ones going off the canvas. Okay, you don't have to stay on the canvas. When you do things off the canvas, what's cool is it causes a person's eye to go beyond. So they're actually taking in your entire painting, because their eyes are actually going to go right off the edge. So that means that they're seeing your whole painting. You're going to look from here all the way out. So that's why you want to do pieces going off the edge of your canvas. So I am just going to put some more of these in. I'm going to fix the music, and then I'm going to put more of the blue flowers in, so you can just see how I would place them. Alright, I can't do the blue flowers with Big Boy. I'm not that good. I could probably figure it out, but we're not going to show off tonight. Not tonight. Maybe another night I'll show off. I usually show off through the how-tos. So, any of you new to the fam, every Tuesday night I do a how-to. That is your practice session. We practice how to do a particular thing. I've done a bunch of how-tos. I have how-tos on everything, and every Tuesday, same bat channel, same bat time, we do practice sessions. And you know what I think is amazing is you all stop talking to me, which means you're zoning out and having a ton of fun. So, Cheryl, for the baby's breath, I used a fluffy brush, which is one of the brushes you'll get in the kit. Bonnie, now that you messaged me, thank you so much, guys. Thanks, Sheila, for answering. You're awesome, Sheila. This is called Fluffy. If you don't have a fluffy brush, you can use Q-tips. You can even dab with your finger. If you have a makeup brush, like a blush brush, you can use that. So it's a fluffy brush. Hi, artist. How you doing, lovey? How you doing, sweetheart? Yes, Donna. Thank you so much for the stars, artist. Yes, so always free to watch. Stars is enabled to tip. Hit that stars button. I think they're a penny each. I have Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App for tips or transactions. So, yes, that is an affirmative. All right, so I got to put some more blue ones in here. So, mini-me, white paint. Oh, the dentist. Ugh. I'm technically challenged too, Bonnie. You're not the only one. So, right? Blue flower. Center. Lines 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And ovals. I like your avatar there, Donna. I am technically challenged too. And artists, I do not like the dentist. The dentist is not my favorite. Any kids watching, go to the dentist. He's a good person to go to. But if you don't like it, that's okay. You still have to go though. All right? And when you're little, the dentist is much better anyway. Cuz then you just get treats. Okay? So the blue flowers, right? Make my dot. Get up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you do your ovals around it. 6,000%. That's all you need to do. Okay, so once we're done with this, I'm going to show you how to do the bow. And then I'm going to show you how to paint your flowers and clovers. And then you guys can just go off on your own and paint your whole bouquet in. And there's a spot on the event page, if you can find it. If you can't, that's okay. To share your bouquets with everybody. So every event, we share our paintings together as a family and show off all our creativity. Cheers, guys. That's how we roll. And replays are always 6,000% available. So, the blue flowers, so I would put a couple here, put a couple there, put a couple here, spread them out. I can totally understand that, Bonnie. 6,000%. I do the same thing. So, yeah. Dentist is not fun. But you have to go. And tooth pain is nothing to, that's the worst. I'd rather have my arm chopped off than go through a bad tooth. Tooth pain is the worst. So, and when you get quicker at this, you guys can just fill your petals in without having to do any of that other stuff. So, I don't know what a pedodontist is. Is that a pediatrician dentist? Did I guess right? Did I guess it right? Is a pedodontist a pediatrician dentist? Because now I feel really smart. I feel really smart. Okay, you guys are having fun. I need to grab my soda. We're going to turn around. I'm going to show you putting the bow on, the stems, and shading, and we're going to be all set. So awesome to have all these new fam members. I am so excited. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm so smart. You were fishing? I love fishing. I haven't gone fishing in forever. So, hello. It's okay if you're late. Replays are always available. So, I'm so smart, Bonnie. I guessed it. I got my soda. That's when you get high blood pressure when you're going to the dentist, Cynthia. I don't blame you on that one. Oh, that's good. All right, let's do roll call, and I'm going to show you some stuff. I need oxygen for this roll call, guys. This is amazing. Thank you so much. So, I have Tina M, my love, and Sheila, and Marsha. Tina B is here. We have Chris, and Novia, and Diane, and Panda, and Renee, Punky, Sue, Cynthia, Carol, Carolyn, welcome, sweetheart, Amy, Sheila, Ines, Thora, Debbie, Sue, Doreen, Jean, Donna, Maura, Cheryl, Lynn, Bonnie, Renee, Artis is here, and Betty. I'm in New Jersey, Bonnie. I'm in South New Jersey. I'm 40 minutes north from Atlantic City. Okay, so how do we color these things in? All right, guys, how do we do this? Okay, so my flowers are peach. The 4 flowers are peach. You can make them any color you want. So what you want to do is you want to have your basic color, which I got to make a whole lot of peach. So I'm going to take Big Boy, and I'm going to grab my yellow, and I'm going to grab my red, and I'm going to grab clean white. And when you mix that all together, you will get peach. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Linda. Michigan's in the house. Oh, yeah. Jamie and Linda. Hi, guys. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, that was a lot of hellos. It's only supposed to be 3. Hello. So, I gotta grab some more white paint. Because my white paint is icky sticky. So, yellow, red, and peach. Yes. So, yep, I'm definitely in the shore. I am a shore town. I'm like, I'm in Seaside. I don't know if you got, Seaside's right up the street from me. So, yellow, red, and white. So, whatever color you're making your flowers, you want a whole lot of what I call the base color. This is the color you're going to make the whole thing. Okay? So, what you want to do, and you can use your small brush if you need to do it with a small brush. I'm just going to use Big Boy for the sake of time. You want to fill in your flower. So, I just put the edge of Big Boy on my edges. And since this is base white, if I go out of my edge, that's fine. And you fill in your flower. Now, if you don't paint fast, do 1 petal at a time because you need it to stay wet to do the rest of it. If you paint fast, you can fill in the rest of your shadow because now we're going to do the dark and the light on our petal. Okay, the shading and the highlights, the dark. That's where I am. I'm in Toms River. You got it, Jackie. Nice. Oh, you're in Egg Harbor Township? Sweet. You can do an in-person party if you wanted to. Okay, so you're going to fill in your flower, whatever colors you're making them. I don't know what colors you guys are making your flowers. If you want to share, that's cool. And then what you want to do is I'm going to grab more white. So whatever color your flower is, right? Say you're making it purple. The dark color of purple is blue, and the light color of purple is red. I'm doing peach. So my light color is white, and my dark color is red. If you're doing green, white with your green, or blue with your green would be your dark colors, your light and dark colors. Okay, so you want to pick your light color and your dark color, okay, to do your flower. So I'm going in with white, because that's my light color, and I'm going to go along the edge here, and I'm going to zigzag zoom. So a little bit of paint, and you just want to zigzag zoom in from your edges. Okay, so whatever you want a lighter color of whatever you made your petal. And you're just going to go along your edge, and you're going to zigzag zoom in. Move, you know, put your paint on, and then move your brush back and forth. Zigzag zoom this in on the tips. Okay, so you want to do that. Now, if you have one petal overlapping another, see the overlap right there? Close up! If you have one petal overlapping another, one of the petals is going to get the lighter color. Alright, you got to pick a winner and a loser. Who's on top of who? So I'm going to make this guy on top of the other one. So I am going to lighten that edge. Okay? Once I do that, now I'm going to grab red with my peach, because red is my darker color. I'm grabbing red and I'm mixing it in with my peach. Titanium white. And I'm going to turn around and put the dark areas in now. Whoop, I need to grab just red, because that mixed with the white came out pink. I don't want it pink. So I'm going to grab just red and some yellow. I'm going to grab red and yellow so you guys can see this better. Okay, so now I'm going into the inside part, putting the paint on. I'm going to wipe my brush off, so I have a lot of paint on that. And we're going to zigzag zoom to soften that out. Okay? And over here, this is overlapping right there. So I'm going to put this on the edge and just soften it out. So that is how you do the lights and darks of flowers. So I made this one the winner. So in here, on the other petal, I'm going to make that darker. And then you just zigzag zoom it out. And then if your paint dried, you can grab some of that initial color and put that back on. Wipe my brush off because I got a lot of paint on there. So if your paint dried, you can go back and put your original color and soften it out even more if you want to soften it out even more. That's the whole thing, guys. That's how you do your shading on flowers. You got it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right. So I am going to. Hi, Lisa V. So I'll show you that same stuff on another flower. I'm going to show you over here. Okay, because we got to do something with our jar when we do this. So I'm going to fill this all in with the entire color that I'm making the flower. Okay, so we're going to fill this all in. All right, fill this petal in. You see me grabbing paint off the other petal? Yeah, I get lazy sometimes. Like, literally, like, grabbing it from the palette's too much work, so I'll just grab it off of the other one. I just grab more paint. Okay, so you want to fill in your petals. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba, we're filling in petals. Yay! Fun times. right? And you want to try to stay in your lines. Staying in your lines is kind of important. So you want to try to stay in your lines. Okay, so once you have that filled in, now you guys, with your jar, you want to cut, like since this is close to the jar, you're welcome, sweetie. You want to grab a minuscule amount of your paint. Remember following the curve? Follow the curve. And then if you want to put some, maybe it's getting picked up in the back. Right? Small amounts of paint. And you want to put this in your jar. Also, since it's right close to the top, I'm going to put some into the lid. Just zigzag zoom in a small amount of paint. And maybe on the lid on the other side. Wipe your brush off. Zigzag zoom. Okay, soften it out. And I went over my stems, so I got to put my stem back in. Right, so you just put my stem back in. That's all. Just grab black paint, put it back in there. No worries. So I'll tap to add my brush. So I'm going to grab my darker color now. I'm going to come in here and do the darker color. Right, we're going to do the darker color. And then I got to figure out which petal is overlapping which. So you just grab your darker color, whatever that is, depending on your flower color. And I'm going to put that in here, right in the centers, towards the center of the flower. A little bit of paint, and I'm just zigzag zooming. That's all I'm doing. All right, now I'm going to grab my lighter color. Mine happens to be white. And I got to pick who's the winner, right? Who's on top of who. You're welcome, sweetie. So over here, I'm going to make this one on top of the other one. So I'm going to grab my white paint and put it on that petal's edge, right? Because he's on top. So he's going to be the lighter petal. Right? So I'm literally just grabbing, and I'm just zigzag zooming, guys. That's all I'm doing. I am just putting a little bit of white paint and going back and forth. And like I said, if you can't paint fast, do one petal at a time, fill it in, and then do your light and dark on it. So this way, when you move your brush back and forth, it blends. Like, see, this dried on me already? So I got to grab my original color and put some of that back on here. So I get the soft. Okay, so if you, now I'm grabbing the darker one. And this petal, right here on this edge, is overlapping that one. So I'm going to grab my white paint. I'm going to go on this edge and make that lighter. And it's under this one over here. So I'm going to wipe my brush off. I'm going to grab the darker paint and I'm going to fill in the darker on this side. Wipe my brush off, and then you just zigzag zoom between the two to soften it out. This is really giving you a great new perspective to doing flowers. Thank you. You're so welcome, Bonnie. I'm self-taught. I picked up some tricks along the way. So this is easy peasy, the easy way to do it. A lot of people have trouble with when the one side is lighter, like the one I just did. So this one's lighter, right? And then the other side of the petal is darker. Okay, a lot of people have trouble with that one. So what you do when you get the colors meeting in the middle, I wipe my brush off, and you literally just go back and forth between the two colors. So that is the trickiest part to doing a flower, is getting the petal to blend. But that's how you do it. You put the dark on the one side, you put the light on the other, and then you just go back and forth between the two and soften it all out. That's all you need to do. Okay, so that being said, you guys can play with that a bit, ketchup mustard with that a bit, and I'm going to show you the ribbon. There's a lot to this painting, so I'm going to show you the ribbon, and then I'm going to show you the blue guys and the clovers. And then we're just going to play for a little while. That's what we're going to do. So, we've been painting an hour. Yay! Having our fun along the way. So, the ribbon, we're going to map in white. Right? So, get yourself some clean white paint. And I'm going to use Big Boy. I'm going to use the bigger boy. The bigger boy. And so I got to swirl, tap, dab him. I got to swirl, tap, dab Big Boy. So, I'll show you the ribbon on the original so you know where we're going. Da, 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 da. So that's the ribbon on the original. I did how-to bows last Tuesday, so if you guys want to put a different bow on that you learned on Tuesday, go for it, everybody. I love that you're all having fun and painting and zoning out. I can always tell because no one's talking to me, but that's okay. Paint your little hearts out, guys. Paint your little hearts out. If you have any questions, ask me. All right? If you have any questions, just ask me. So, I'm going to grab my white paint. Pull it nice and flat on my brand new Big Boy brush, which some of you are ordering brush sets from tonight. Thank you so much. Oh, and thank you everyone who participated in Dollar Day. So, since I can't post my tip links on here anymore, they changed something. I'm not good with buttons either. Every first of the month, I'm going to do Dollar Day, and I'm going to share on my page my Cash App link, my PayPal link, and my Venmo link, and I'm asking for $1. Thank you so much, Bunny. I'm asking for $1, so if you guys can just send $1 on Dollar Day, that would be amazing. Pay for canvases, pay for paint, because all this stuff is for free, and art supplies aren't. That's the truth of the world. So, those of you who participated in March's Dollar Day, thank you so much. You really warmed my heart. I'm holding Big Boy like a pencil. I'm going to put my hand on here. My ribbon is going to follow the same curves as the jar. So, I'm going to swoop the same curve in as the rest of the jar. You're learning so much from watching me. Thank you so much, Bonnie. So you want to swoop in your ribbon. Same curve as the jar. Okay? Then we're going to turn around and we're going to put in our little center of our ribbon. Boop. It's just a little nugget. It's just a little nugget, that's all. And we're going to put in this side and do a squiggle. Bring it back. Put our little nugget in again. And then we're going to do the other side. Come out. Do a squiggle. Bring it back. Come under here. Just pull. Just pull and do little squiggles with your brush like that. Remember that thing with your thumb again? Okay. And I'm going to line up my edge to get a nice straight edge. Okay? And if you guys want to learn how to do all sorts of different bows, the replay from Tuesday is available on my page and on YouTube. So all of my replays are always available. I'm going to put in the other part. That's it. Okay. Now, my jar is green and my ribbon's green, so I don't have to put any of the ribbon in my jar. If your ribbon is a different color, you want to put some of the color of your ribbon in your jar, okay? Because it would be reflecting it. The same way we did the peach and the white, same thing. Very, very little paint, just a couple of strokes up and down, and blend it out. Okay? So, while that's drying, I'm going to show you the clover. So the clover and the blue flowers, every single flower is the same exact, shading's the same exact thing, or making things darker. If you know, I don't like to use fancy words. So shading and highlighting is just making parts darker and parts lighter. And it's called highlighting because that's where the light's hitting the object, and that's the part that you make lighter. That's all there is to it. So we're making parts darker, we're making parts lighter, shading and highlighting. That's what that's all about. So my clovers are green. So I am going to grab blue. I'm going to grab yellow. And I'm going to grab a little tiny bit of white this time. Okay, we didn't use the white on the jar because we wanted it to stay see-through. But we're going to use the white with the clover. Okay, and I'm going to come in and just like my flower, I'm going to fill this all in with the one color. Just like my flower, I'm going to fill this in all with the one color. Okay? So, like I said, Mini-Me's great for coloring because you don't want to do this with your detail brushes. You'll kill the point. So, and you can use the flat edge of the brush to swoop around and get your edges in. Swoop! Swoop it on in there. There you go. And over here. So, and fam, every single one of my parties, it's the same exact supplies every single party. So if something's going on with the event page and you can't see the link for the supplies, I had so many people asking me what the supplies were for tonight. If you can't see the link for the supplies, it's the same supplies every single party. Every video I've ever done, so every replay out there. The only time something might change is if you're so welcome, artists. Thank you so much for participating in Dollar Day. You're awesome. You guys really all warm my heart. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So, it's the same exact brushes, and it's the same exact colors of paint every single party. So, it will always be forever and ever black, blue, white, yellow, and red. Forever and ever and ever. And it'll always be Big Boy, Tiny, Mini-Me, maybe some of the fluffies, Mr. Nifty. You looked and looked for that supply list of board and you couldn't find it. I know a lot of people were messaging me, so I just answered you guys. It's okay, because they make you press all these extra buttons and it's always a big mess. So, you know, you don't want to, I understand. So, the lighter color of green is yellow. So, I'm going to grab yellow and I'm going to grab some white. And I'm going to mix it in with my green a little bit. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put some of this on my edges. Right? Wipe my brush off. Zigzag zoom, blend it in. Zigzag zoom, blend it in. Okay, zigzag zoom. So I'm not going to do every single one of the flowers and every single one of the clovers because this is what I need to show you. And now I got to pick who's winning. Okay, so I'm going to make this one win. So I'm going to do, it's just to a point in the middle. I'm going to do both of his edges lighter. Okay, because he's over both of them. And then I'm going to make this guy over here, I'm going to make this edge win. Bam. So I'm just going to follow that with the lighter paint. Zigzag zoom. Very small amounts of paint. Make sure your paint is wet. It won't blend if it's not wet. Okay. And then this edge. Swoop. Right. Put that edge in. And if you have globs on your brush, you're going to get globs on your painting just like I did. So I have to wipe my brush off. You can't hear me anymore, Novia? Uh-oh. Can everybody else hear me? I hope everybody else can hear me. Can you guys all hear me? We're good? Okay. I don't know what happened, Novia. I don't know why I'm answering her if she can't hear me. Duh. I don't know what happened, Novia. Okay, you guys can hear me? Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Hi, Jamie. How you doing, lovey? Hello, 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 sweetheart. So I'm just going to do the top of him. Okay, great. Thank you so much, guys. Hi, Jamie. Hello, 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 lovey. So, and now, blue is the darker color of green. So I'm going to add some blue. I'm going to go with the green that I made. And I'm going to come in here. Close up. I'm going to come in here and do the other parts with the darker color. So underneath that petal. Underneath this petal. And this guy is all the way on the bottom. So I'm going to do underneath both sides. Wipe my brush off. Zigzag zoom. Zigzag zoom. Ba ba ba. We're zigging and we're zagging. Okay, and if you're doing this and you lose your light, just put it back in. It's all good. But you have to do this while everything's wet. Because if it's not wet, you won't be able to blend. And that's it. Alright, you all can hear me. Thank you. That's it. That's how you do your shading on all of your flowers, even the little blue ones. I'm going to show you a little blue one. Show you the little blue one. I'm going to show you how to color your bow. Show you putting your stems in. And then we're going to be all done. How amazing is that? How amazing is that? Because you guys know what you need to know already. Oh, I just gulped my soda and it's ice cold. I got brain freeze. Ow. Why does that hurt so much? Okay, so let's do our bow. My bow is green. So let me grab Big Boy and make a whole lot of green. So, yeah, I don't know. Why do brain freezes hurt so much? Alright, I'm going to grab some yellow. We're going to grab my blue. We're going to do a little smush smush. I'm going to grab my white. Do a little smush smush. Brain freeze. Oh, you ever get a chest freeze? Those hurt too. Those hurt too. I've done that. Alright, I got a big old pile of green now. Okay, and I'm going to do my stripe. Swoop. of my stripe. Now I got to make sure that this was a different color green than my jar. So, you know, you guys have to kind of play with mixing your colors a little bit. I added extra yellow and I added extra white to make sure this was a different color. Press your tongue to the roof of your mouth and it goes away immediately. Really? Oh yeah, it's working. That Tina, you're like a miracle worker. That worked. Yeah, it's working. It's working. Yeah, I get migraines too. That's like, oh, they're so bad, right? Migraines are the worst. You guys are like miracle workers. Good job. Okay, I'm going to color in the rest of my bow. Shoop. Now, if you're not fast and we got to do the lighter and darker parts, just do one piece at a time if you can't paint fast, okay? Because if it dries on you, you're not going to be able to do it. Do my nugget. Okay. Do the, see how that did that cool thing right there with the yellow going into the blue? That happened because I don't overmix my colors. And literally, it's, see how this was yellow on this side? Then it was green, and then there's blue on this side. And when I pulled my brush flat, that happened. So you if you wanna make something cool happen, don't overmix your colors and kind of just throw your brush in there to pick up all the different colors at once. See how they're all separated on my brush? And then when you pull your brush, cool things are gonna happen. Okay, so I'm a firm believer in letting now as I go over it, if you don't like those things, you can go over it and blend them right out. So that's totally up to you. And I'm going to put some of this color into my jar. Right? Because the bow is going to reflect into my jar. Peppermint oil on temples, over the top of the ears and the back of the head. A small dot on the top of the head. Really, I use peppermint oil to keep ants away. Like in the windowsill and stuff, I use peppermint oil to keep the ants away. Now, so while I have this green on my brush, I'm going to pull my brush nice and thin and flat. Oh, I just got paint all over the camera holder. Hold on, I got to wipe that off. I just hit it with my brush and all over my phone. I got it all over my phone too. I just got green paint everywhere. Okay, so while I have this green on my brush, I'm going to turn around and pull it nice and thin and flat. And my flowers, I'm going to put the stems in. So, my flower's here, and my jar is right underneath it. So, I'm just going to pull, swoop. I'm going to stop at the top, go under this ridge, pull in, right? I'm going to put a little piece right there, and then you continue underneath that blue line, right? I'm going to put another petal in. Butters is literally sitting right where I need to put the camera. Oop, sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, buddy. Okay, so we're going to do a stem for the other flower. So I'm going to pull my brush nice and flat. I'm going to come over here. Now I know I have to go here, so I'm going to curve this one. So I'm going to come up out of my jar on top of this piece, skip over this petal, and then curve. Okay? And then in the jar, I'm going to follow this piece, right? I'm going to come from under here, bring this piece in, and then go under here, right? The blue line for the liquid, and continue it into the water. And then I'm just going to soften this a little bit. Okay? So that's how you put your stems in. Alright, now I gotta put this green back on my bow because it probably dried by now. So let me put this back on because we don't want it to dry. Okay, so I'm gonna grab blue with my green, make a darker color. I'm gonna come over here and right in here on the ribbon. That's going to be darker, and then I'm just going to pull it through, lift my brush up, just pull it through. You like it, Cheryl? You like it a lot. Cheryl likes it a lot, everybody. It's coming out good, sweetie? Good, I'm so happy. Okay, and I'm going to come underneath the ribbons over here, coming out of the knot. Notice I didn't grab any more paint. I'm just going to with my finger. See? Fingers work. Fingers are great blending tools. And then I'm going to go over here and put the blue. She likes it a lot, everybody. I'm going to put the blue there. I'm going to wipe my brush off. And I'm going to just soften that all out. We're just going to soften that all out. That's all we're going to do. I gotta grab some of my original green because my paint dried. So, put my original green and blend. And blend. There you go. Use your fingers a lot, right? Yeah, they work awesome. I'm telling you, they're amazing. Okay. I'm going to show you the little blue flower. And then it's just going to be little touch-ups. Hi, let me do roll call. Let me give you a minute to ketchup mustard. All right, everybody. So ketchup mustard. If you have any questions, ask me 6,000%, because I only have a couple more things to show you, and we're going to be all set. So let me know if you have any questions, and let me do some roll call. Wake you all up. What? Woo woo. Oh yeah. Clover Bouquet. Cheryl is digging hers. Yeah, you guys got this. No worries. You guys got this. And remember, we're all at different levels. So if yours isn't, it's okay. Just remember how long you've been painting for. Some of you have just started. Bonnie's loving it too. Awesome. So some of you have been painting a good minute. Guys, I've been painting. I hate to admit this, but I've been painting for 30 years. It's a very long time. All right? So you guys keep that in mind. Don't be so hard on yourselves. The world's not perfect, and neither am I. Okay? All right, Tina M's in the house. Sheila, Marsha, Tina B, my Tinas, I love you guys. Chris and Novia and Diane and Panda, Renee, Punky, Sue, Cynthia, Carol, Carolyn, Amy, Sheila, Enos, Thora, hi Thora, Debbie and Sue, Doreen, Jean, Donna, Maura, Cheryl, Jamie, Lynn, Bonnie, Renee, Artist, Betty, Jamie and Linda. Oh, yeah. You're not too good, but you love it. That's all right. The more you paint, the better you'll get. The more you paint, the better you're going to get. So don't stress it. $6,000%. That's the way it works. Okay, so the little blue flower. same close up. Hi, everybody. Don't ask me what the hair's doing. I have no idea. It's just doing whatever. It's a mess. Alright, little blue flower. Close up. Okay. So, I'm going to take Tiny. So, anybody that sends me support, 6,000%. If you Venmo, PayPal me support, thank you so much for the stars, by the way. Guys, stars is activated, so if you want to give me a tip, click that stars button, guys. They're a penny each. Nah, it's all right. Anybody that sends me a tip via PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App, you get Mr. Nifty's for free. Mr. Nifty is a small detail brush. He is amazing. I send these out for free. So, make sure I get your address if you send me a tip. Okay? And, so, blue. The little blue flower. So, I'm going to grab blue. And I'm going to grab white. And I'm using, Tiny. Brand new Tiny. Show the finished one before you sign off. Alright, I'll grab it in a second. Let me do the blue flower and then I'll show you, Carol. Okay? No worries. Yeah, and then take your screenshots or whatever you need to do. My hair looks just fine. You guys are so sweet to me. Okay, so same thing, guys. So I am going to fill this in. I'm going to fill this in with my blue. Okay, and in my head, I'm like, what color? Now, like I said, you want to be really careful when you're coloring with your detail brush. Make sure you stay going in the direction of the brush. Because if you start zigzag zooming and pulling your brush all in different directions, you're going to kill it. And you don't want to kill that point. Once that point's done, your brush is done. That's why I send out Mr. Thank you so much for the stars, Cynthia. You're amazing. Thank you so much. That's why I send Mr. Nifty's for free every single time, because you get he's great. He's great for the details, and if you kill him, doesn't matter. You got him for free. But if you're using your detail brush, notice I'm going, and this is a brand new one, so I definitely don't want to mess it up. You want to go in the direction of your bristles, okay? Direction of your bristles. Yep, so my, I have PayPal on here to send a tip, and I have, the links are on my event page. They're also on my page. Remember, the first of the month, I am going to do dollar days. I used to be able to comment the links on here. They took that away. So, same concept as before. I got to pick my winners and my losers. So, I'm going to grab white paint. I'm going to make this petal a winner. So, I'm going to take my white paint. I'm going to go along the edges. I'm going to wipe my brush off. And very carefully, light touch. I'm going to do a little zoom with this because I don't want to mess my brush up. Okay, going to grab some white paint. I'm going to pick another petal. I'm going to say he's winning on this side. Okay, so add some white to it. I'm going to grab some white, microscopic. You see this? Look, can you even see the paint on here? It's microscopic, guys. Microscopic amounts of paint. I'm going to say he's winning on that side. So, put that on there. Okay, and then grab a little bit more paint. And he's winning on both sides. So, I'm going to do both sides. And just very, very, very softly. All I'm doing is dabbing. That's all I'm doing. Okay. Now, with this blue paint on my brush, I'm going to go in and put my center of my peach flower. So, parentheses this way. Parentheses that way. And then you just color it in. That's it. And that's the center too. Then I grab a microscopic amount of white. I put a little white in the middle. Wipe my brush off. And just dab. Just dab. That's it. Okay? Then I'm going to grab just blue with my blue flower. And I'm going to add in everywhere that the petal is losing. Okay, wipe my brush off and soften that out. Soften that out. I'm just dabbing with my brush, guys. That's all I'm doing. Just a couple little mini dabs here and there. And the center of the blue flower is yellow. So I'm going to grab white and yellow. Wait for this to dry. I'm just doing it real quick because time. But yellow doesn't show up without its friend white. So always grab white with your yellow. And literally it was just dots. In the center of the blue flower. So, I'm going to swirl, tap, dab my brush, and I'm going to show you how to put a little bit extra in your jar, and we are all set, everybody. How about that? Woo woo! Yes! Right, so if you have any questions, ask me any questions you need to ask me. I'm going to take Tiny, and I'm going to grab yellow and blue. I'm going to grab yellow and blue with Tiny because he's brand new and I like using him right now. And I'm going to go up to my jar. And I'm just going, oops. Sorry about that. Earthquake. You love it? I'm going to go up to my jar and I'm just going to clean it up because I was smushing all these different colors into there. So I am just going to go across the bottom. And my stems, right? My stems are coming through. So I'm going to go across the bottom with my green paint. And I'm going to go on the edge here. I'm going to put my top edge in with my green paint. I'm using a little lighter green. So you can see the edge. I'm following that curve. I'm going to grab my dark green. And I'm going to put in my pieces right in here, right? Everything's following that curve. I'm going to go behind my clover with the dark green. Put in that part right there. Soften everything out. I'm going to grab the blue and the yellow, the dark green, and I'm going to go along the edge in the back here, skipping between my stems. Clean this up a little bit. Put a little dark green following that curve. Everything has to follow that curve, everybody. And I'm just putting some little lines in here and just little, you know, making sure my stems stay out front. Right? Cleaning that edge up a bit. And my water, you know, clean this up. So I'm going to grab just the blue. I'm going to clean up my water line a little bit here. I'm going to make sure that my stem is going in the water in the middle and then coming out the bottom, see? Right? So I'm going to add the water in. And see how that stem stops? There's a space and then comes through. That's how you have to do that. Hi, Katie. How you doing? All right, clean up under my ribbon. Add a little, you know, dark to my jar right there because the ribbon is on top of the jar. Right? Very little paint. Very little paint. Again, follow the shape of your jar. I'm going to soften that out. Okay, and there you guys have it. So, I was asked to show the completed one. Thank you so much, Bonnie, for the stars. You are amazing. Thank you so much. That was very, very kind of you. And a coffee. I got a coffee cup. Alright, so you got, I was asked to show you the finished painting again, so we'll switch out to that real quick. If you guys have any questions, 6,000% ask me. There's my living room. There's my living room, by the way. So we'll switch to the original. If you need it as a reference, take a screenshot. It is all over my page. Let me get the shadow out from under there. And there you guys have it. We did it. Yay! What? Woo-hoo! We painted Clover Bouquet. You guys can totally zone out. Have fun. If you have any questions, 6,000%. Thank you, Sheila. 6,000% ask me. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you so much, Sue. You're amazing. I love you all. If you're new to the fam, thank you so much. Welcome. I hope you had a good time. 6,000% come back. Because everyone is welcome here. Hi, Tina M. Hi, sweetheart. Like I said, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. If you want a brush set, message me. Bonnie, I got your message. Woohoo, Tina. Tina, you must have been painting tonight, Tina B. You guys were all painting tonight. Thank you so much, Marcia and Cheryl. Tina B, I hope your dog figured out which door to go to. Right? They are the derpiest. I'm on TikTok now, guys. I'm going to share my TikTok videos. If you're on TikTok, follow me. Your peach looks pink. Add more yellow to it, Diane. You're welcome, artist. You're welcome, Cynthia. Hi, Diane. Your peach looks pink. Add more yellow to it. More yellow and more white. Good night, Butters. Yeah, he's already laying down. He's bored. He was laying down right in front of my canvas before. I couldn't move the camera around. I couldn't move the camera around because he was laying down before. Oh, Tina M, you watched the TikTok video, The Cube? Yes. So I'm showing how to paint things in less than 3 minutes. It's a little tricky, but I'm gonna there's gonna be more. I'm gonna post one every couple of days, but I'm gonna share it so you guys can see it if you're not on TikTok. Okay, so there's gonna be like the how-tos, but it's a how-to in 2 minutes. So those of you that like it fast, thank you. Can't wait to share your finished product. That could be a while though. So much fun. Deborah, thank you so much for joining me. Lisa V. Night, sweetheart. Yes, so on the event page, I know, you guys have to find it. There's a see more button in between the posts. If you hit that, you should be able to see the rest of the posts. There is a spot to share your work on the event page. I look forward to seeing them. Replay is going to be available on YouTube by this weekend. Yes, it came, yes, so you, oh good, Tina M, so you got to see it on Facebook because you're not on TikTok. Awesome. Awesome, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. If you had, my replays are always available, Sue. I have not deleted a replay yet. So, if you guys love painting with me, there's 1.5 years of videos. And also on my YouTube channel, all of my videos. You're not on TikTok, but you'll look on Facebook. Yes, right on my page, Bonnie, right where you saw to message me. Just scroll, move your little thing, move your thumb and go like this through the feed, and you'll see the post with the video. So they're all available. If you're on the top of my page, you'll see posts, events, and then you'll see a videos thing. Good night, Tina M. You'll see a little videos button. If you hit that, all of my videos will show up. And also, you can go to my YouTube channel, hit subscribe. All of my videos are there. Every single one that I've ever done. So, all the how-tos are there. If you're new to painting, check out all the how-tos. Thank you so much, Bonnie. Thank you for the support. Thank you. Welcome to the fam, Lovey. Good night, sweetheart. So, and I get it, guys. If money is not your thing right now for giving me a tip, please share. Please subscribe to my YouTube. Hit like buttons. Hit the like buttons on the YouTube, because building that up, if I can build it up high enough, in the long run, it's going to help me. Good night, artists. Good night, Lovey. If we can get those numbers, like, they have to be really, really, really high. If we can get to that point, that helps me too. Good night, artists. Thank you so much for the stars and the support. You're amazing. Thank you so, so, so much. Awesome, Cheryl. Yes. So hit all the buttons. Check everything out. It's all out there. And this Tuesday, we're going to have a how-to. Friday, we're going to do our cross. We're going to have a good time. And everything else. So, I just want to let you guys know. Y'all warm my heart. Thank you so much for joining. I just have this little piece. Y'all warm my heart. And thank you so much for joining me. And have fun and go create, okay? Mwah. Good night, family. Bye-bye, sweethearts.